Welcome back to Dual-Sided. Nate Diaz, aka Stockton's finest, faces number 3 ranked welterweight Leon Rocky Edwards, on UFC 263, which is this weekend, Saturday. And, Diaz is the heavy underdog, which is listed at 444, and Leon Edwards is at minus 470. Speaking of records, Nate is 21-12, and with his last fight coming against Jorge Gamebred Masvidal back in 2019 for the BMF belt. Obviously, he lost via TKO, due to a doctor stoppage. I thought that was a premature stoppage, huh?
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, Masvidal was literally beating him up. But as for Leon Edwards, his record is 18-3-1. One no contest. His last fight, which was the no contest against Bilal Muhammad, due to an eye poke, and he poked his eye multiple times. He poked his eye during the first round, and then he poked his eye during the second round, and that's ultimately the second time that was the charm, and Muhammad couldn't see, and they just had to stop that one. The style, Edwards is a southpaw as well as Diaz, so I mean that should match up well. This is where it's interesting. Edwards is 6'2", 74-inch reach, while Diaz is only 6 foot, but his reach is a 2-inch advantage at 76 inches. So I mean, obviously Nate Diaz, you that plays a factor. Like he could, he likes to throw those slaps. He likes to throw those hooks. That's gonna be a crucial aspect to if he wants to beat Edwards. In my opinion, I think this is a bad matchup for Diaz after almost 2 years of not fighting. His return against a number 3 ranked welterweight in Leon Edwards. I don't think this is a good matchup for him.
I think it's, like you said, he's been out for, a couple years, and he's going up against, the 3rd ranked welterweight. So,
and then just for Diaz, this is the biggest, biggest gap. This is the heaviest underdog Nate's been since the first Conor fights, which obviously Diaz surprised, shocked the world. For that Conor fight, he was at somewhere at plus 400, maybe a little higher than that, which, I mean, that was a surprise. Obviously no one expected him to tap, make McGregor tap, but I mean, this is a different animal. Like at 170, I don't see, what's your predictions? In my opinion, I don't think this fight, it's scheduled for 5 rounds. This is only the 3rd fight. You got the Izzy versus Vittori. You got the Moreno versus Figueiredo, which both of those are 5 rounds too, because they're both championship fights, and then this one is also 5 rounds. So I mean, it's a long main card for those 3 fights.
Yeah, obviously I got to go with Leon Edwards. Diaz has been out for.
What do you think? You think he stops him, or you think it goes the distance?
No, I think he definitely gets him. I said round 3.
Via what? Submission, TKO, KO.
I said TKO.
I got TKO 2nd round. Diaz is 36 once again. I mean, this is a bad matchup for him. Edwards, Edwards does have to. I guarantee you that Diaz is gonna get cut. He's gonna be bleeding from his eyebrows.
This is trademark.
Yeah, both Diaz brothers are, they don't have a lot of tissue right here. So I mean, once they get hit once, it's open. It's like open gas for them. So I mean, I expect Leon Edwards, with obviously he's double eye poking of his last opponent against Muhammad. Obviously, I don't expect him to eye poke Diaz, but I mean, it's gonna be a bad matchup for Diaz, and I got 2nd round TKO. And hopefully Diaz, he obviously in the embedded series, he said I'm the real title fight. Which, I mean, what do you have to say about that? Obviously, when you fight him, it's he's a fan favorite for sure, huh? And Diaz isn't even ranked, so I mean, this
he could have said that a couple years ago. Maybe it would have been true, but at 36, he's been out for 2. You said 2 years?
Yeah, almost 2 years. And Edwards also has, he's also risking his spot at number 3 if by some miracle Nate Diaz beats Edwards. So I mean that, he gives up his opportunity to fight for the,
if he beats Nate Diaz, you don't think this would move him up in the rankings, huh?
Who? No, he's for sure gonna. I mean, he should. He's in the contending for the the welterweight belt. I mean, you got Kamaru versus Colby next though. So I mean, you know, Leon Edwards is next up after who wins that one. I mean, who knows? But I mean, you know, it's obvious that, in my opinion, I think Edwards is just gonna finish Nate Diaz here. Which I mean, Diaz is a fan favorite. I'm a fan of Diaz, but I mean, I don't see any way he gets it done. Do you? If Diaz gets it done, how do you think he's gonna get it done? I say the only
knockout, I think.
And I don't even think that. I think if obviously Diaz is good on the ground, his jiu-jitsu is second to none. So I mean, if he were to get Edwards, it would be on the ground. So I mean, submit him. But I mean, that's most likely not gonna happen. But it's gonna be entertaining.
And Edwards, he has no submissions in any of his losses, 3 losses. So
he hasn't been submitted.
No,
so
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, so I don't see anything like that happening. Either way, it's gonna be entertaining. This isn't even the main event. So Nate Diaz, this is only the third fight before the main events. This one and then the Moreno Figueiredo and then the Izzy versus Vittori. So I mean, this is a good, appetizer before the actual plate of the Izzy versus Vittori to the rematch. So once again, thank you guys for watching. This is Dual-Sided. Follow us down below at Dual-Sided, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Comment down below your thoughts. Who's going to win? And thanks for watching. Peace.